Hello students, welcome to Time Online Classes. In this session, we are going to discuss linear arrangement puzzles with 11 persons in the row and one of the recent models in the bank exams. Before we go to the actual puzzle, let us quickly go through the basics for linear arrangement. In linear arrangement, we'll talk about the row arrangement. In the row arrangement, if you are talking about people sitting in a row like this, if nothing is mentioned, we assume that they are all facing north. This is how we indicate north on a paper. But the question may say that they are all facing south. Or there is a case, there will be questions where some of them are facing north and some of them are facing south. Like this. When everyone is facing north, when the person uses the term left and right hand, when everyone is facing north, for them, this is the left side and this is the right side. So this becomes the left end of the row and this becomes the right end of the row. For the people who are facing south, for them, this is left and this is right. So now, this becomes the left hand and this becomes the right hand. So here, when they are all facing north, the left side of the page is the left hand and right side of the page is the right hand. When they are all facing south, this is left hand, this is right hand. When some of them are facing north and some of them are facing south, there is nothing like left and right in the arrangement. Because the left hand, a row as such does not have any left and right. It all depends on the people sitting in the row. So, when they are all facing north, our left is the left hand, our right is the right hand. When they are all facing south, it is the reverse. When some of them are facing north and some of them are facing south, there is no such thing like left end of the row and right end of the row. This is west end of the row and this is east end of the row. Okay? This is one thing. The other point is, if the statement says A is 3 places away from B. What do we mean by 3 places away? How many should we leave in between? 3 places away implies that 2 in between. So A, 2 persons, B, or it can also be B, 2 persons, A. Because this statement does not tell us whether it is towards right or left. That information is not there. Okay. A is 3 places away from B means it is either right or left. 2 in between. Okay. Next one. If it says 2 places, A is 3 places to the right of B. So which is the right of B? It all depends on which direction the person is facing. But if nothing is said about which direction the people are facing, we consider that it is north. So in this case, let us assume that B is facing north. Then right of B, if B is facing north, right of B, so this side, we have to leave 2 in between and take A here. If the question clearly tells you that B is facing a particular direction, it is well and good. If nothing is specified, we assume that if the clearly says that some are facing north and some are facing south, so we have to be very careful in identifying which person is facing north and which person is facing south. If the statement clearly question says that all are facing south, we have to consider that way. But if the question does not say anything, it means that they are all facing north. Now, let us discuss the term between. If the statement says A is between B and C, this statement does not mean that A is the only one between B and C. It may or may not be. It is possible that A is the only one between B and C, and there can be several other people between B and C. If B is here, D is here, E is here, A is here, F is here, and C is here. Still we say that A is between B and C. Then, what do we mean by exactly between? Exactly between means equidistance. Equidistance. Okay. Here. In this case, what is A is between B and C? This is one possible case. A is between B and C, 3 consecutive positions. Or it is also possible like this. There are several people. Exactly between means the number of persons between B and A and the number of persons between B and C, this and this should be the same. Now, if there is one person, let us say there is one person between B and A and there should be one person between A and C, then it is exactly between. If there are two persons between B and A, there should be two persons between A and C. So, if there are n number of persons between B and A, there should be n number of persons between A and C. Then it means exactly between. But remember, this number can also be 0. If B, A, C are like this. How many are there between A and B? 0. How many there between A and C? 0. So this is also exactly between. The number of persons between B and A is equal to the number of persons between A and C. This is also exactly between. So, this is how we deal with the statements. Now, we will go to the actual puzzle. Directions for questions 1 to 5. These questions are based on the following information. 11 persons E through O are seated in a row facing north. So when they are facing north, left side is left hand, right side is right hand. But not necessarily in the same order. I sits 2 places away from G, who sits 2 places away from H. H sits exactly between G and F. But who sits, where does A sit in the entire row of 11 persons? There is no clarity about that. Where does G sit? Is G sitting in the 4th position, 5th position, 6th position? We have no clarity. Who sits 2 places away from H? H sits exactly between G and F. The number of persons who sit between I and F is 1 more than the number of persons who sit to the left of I. So, between I and F is 1 more than left of I. L sits 3 places away from J. 3 places away, it does not tell us whether it is towards right or left. Who sits at an end. So, this word who refers to which person? It refers to J. So J is sitting at an end. Which end? Left end or right end? We are not sure. N and K sit adjacent to each other. So they should be in two adjacent positions. But again, we do not know whether N is to the left of K or right of K. Two persons sit between K and E. Two between K and E. But whether E is to the left of K or right of K, we are not sure. O does not sit to the left of M. Not to the left means to the right. If not to the left, so it has to be to the right. Now, as such, the information appears never go like that. Once you understand the initial arrangement to be done, don't waste your time reading the entire information. Straight away, start solving the puzzle. So, we will do this. I sits 2 places away from G. So, I 2 places away from G, it can be like this, it can be like this, because, sorry, 2 places away means there should be one in between. Because it is not given whether towards left or right. Who? This word who refers to G. G sits 2 places away from H. Again 2 places away. Means there should be one in between. Okay? There should be one in between G and H. So G is, again, it does not tell us whether it is towards right or left. We are not sure. But in this case, left side of G we already have I. So H has to be on the right side. And in this case, I is already there on the right side of G. So H has to be on the left side. Still, both the cases are valid. H sits exactly between G and F. So what do we mean by exactly between? Exactly between means the number of persons between H and G should be equal to the number of persons between H and F, because H is between G and F. Okay, here the number of persons between H and G is 1. So the number of persons between H and F should also be 1. But whether F should be taken on the left side of H or right side of H, that we are not sure. Since H is here, on the left side already G is there. So we take F on the right side with one person in between. In this case, on the right side of H we already have G. So we have to take F on the left side with one in between. So totally I to F 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 positions we have talked about till this statement. Till here. Still we are not sure about where to take these persons. So whether I is in the first position in the row or in the 5th position or in the 2nd position, that clarity we still don't have. The number of persons who sit between I and F is 1 more than the number of persons who sit to the left of I. Okay. Between I and F, this should be 1 more than left of I. But since we do not know where I is exact position we do not know. So how many to the left of I we don't know. Let us check, do we know how many are there between I and F? We have 2 cases. So let us check both the cases. I is here, F is here. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, in the second case, F is here, I is here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So either way there are 5 between I and F. So how many should be there to the left of I? Therefore, left of I there should be 4 persons. So that 4 plus 1 will become 5. So now with this we come to know that I is 5th position from left hand, because there should be 4 to the left of I. So I should be in the 5th position from the left. Now we got a definite position. Let us try to put this in arrangement. Because there are 11 persons in the row, we will create 11 positions. Okay, let me clear this so that it will be more clear. We can do it in a better manner. You note it down. You note all these things, then we will discuss later. So with the help of this clue, we already got these two arrangements. So there are 5 between I and F in either case. So 5 between I and F implies that I should be fifth from the left hand. So we have to take I is the fifth from the left hand. Okay, now let us make the arrangement. So this is first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th and 11th positions. I should be fifth from the left hand, so I should be here. Now we have to fit these two. If you have to take this to the left side of I, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there should be 6 persons to the left side of I, but there are only 4. So now this case is ruled out. We have to go by only this arrangement. Okay. Now I, 1 space G, 1 space H, 1 space F. So this is the arrangement that we get. Okay. Now let us continue with this. So we have used the information till here. L sits 3 places away from J, who sits at an end. So this word who refers to J. L sits 3 places away from J implies that there should be 2 persons between L and J, but it is not given whether L is to the left of J or right of J. L sits 3 places away, so there should be 2. And J sits at an end. Which end we are not sure. So let us check. We can take at the left end here, but right hand it is not possible. It is already filled. So we are left with only one possible case. J has to be at the left end. And now we can find the position of A. There should be 2 between L and J. So leaving these two, we take L here. This is done. N and K sit adjacent to each other. So we need a pair of adjacent places for N and K. But whether N is to the right of K or left of K, that we do not know. But we need a pair of adjacent places. Let us see where are the adjacent places. Only 2 and 3 are available. For 6, both sides it is occupied. For 8, both sides it is occupied. For 10 also, it is both sides occupied. But here, we do not know whether it should be NK or KN. We are not sure. We have 2 cases. So let us make one more arrangement quickly. J, L, I, G, H, F. So N and K should be in 2 and 3. One possible case is N is in 2, K is in 3. And the other possible case is K is in 2 and N is in 3. This is the other possible case. So till here we have used the information. Because we do not know whether it is NK or KN, we are trying both the cases. 2 persons sit between K and D. If again 2 persons sit between K and E, it is not given whether it is towards left side or right side. So actually we should check both the cases. Whether it is to the left side of K or right side of K. two persons between K and E, or it can be like this. So we have to check both the cases. When K is here, two persons between K and E to the left side is not possible, because there is no place here. We should actually, after leaving 2, we should take E here. Not possible. To the right side, yes, it is possible. After leaving 2, we can take E here. Now let us check the second case also. K is here. Left side, after leaving 2 positions, taking E is not possible. Right side, after taking 2 positions, again E is not possible, because already that position is occupied. So, 2 persons between K and E is not possible in this case. So, this is ruled out. Only this case is valid. So, we have till here, we have used the information. O does not sit to the immediate left of O. So, O does not sit to the immediate left of O. Does not sit to the left of O. It is not immediate. O does not sit to the left of M. So, what does this mean? It is not to the left of M means it should be to the right of M. Okay, where is M? We don't have the position. 2 positions are vacant and they have to be filled with O and M. These are the 2 persons. But how should we fill it? O should be to the right side of M. So, if you take M here and O here, O will be to the left side of M. So, we should not take it that way. We have to take M here and O here. So, this is a complete arrangement. J, N, K, L, I, E, G, M, H, O, F. This is the information that we have. So, with this, we will go to answer the questions. Let us check. J, N, K, L, I, J, N, K, L, I, then E, G, M, H, O, F. E, G, M, H, O, F. Yes, we got the arrangement. Let us answer the questions. What is the position of E from the right hand? So now, because they are all facing north, this is a left hand and this is a right hand. Now the question is, what is the position of E from the right hand? From the right hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sixth from the right hand. Choice 4. Correct? How many persons sit between the persons who sit third from the left hand and O? How many persons sit between the persons who sits third from the left hand and O? Make a small correction here. Third from the left hand. So, this is the left hand, right? So, third from the left hand is, this is 1, 2, 3. So, we are talking about how many persons are there between O and K and O. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 persons are there. So, it is choice 2. Which of the following persons sit at the ends? At the ends, we have J and F. Where is J and F? Here, choice 3. If all the persons are arranged from left to right as per the English alphabet series, then the positions of how many persons remain unchanged? If all the persons are arranged from left to right as per the English alphabet series. Okay, let us do that first. So, we are talking about the people from E to O. So, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. These are the 11 persons. So, if we arrange them in alphabetical order, this is the arrangement that we get. Then, how many persons remain unchanged? J is shifted from here. N is shifted, K is shifted, L is shifted. In place of L, we have H. In place of K, we have G. In place of N, we have F. In place of J, we have E. I need not change his position. E has to change, G has to change, M has to change, H has to change, O goes out of this place, F moves out of this place. So there is only one person who does not change his position. Choice 2. Four of the following 5 are alike in a certain way and hence form a group. Find the one which does not belong to that group. So this is an odd man out question. So let us see. NK. These are adjacent and first person is to the left of the second person. Okay, these are the two attributes. Li adjacent and first person is left of the second person. This is okay. Same. This is ditto. EG adjacent and first person is to the left of the second person. This is the first person, left of the second person. MO not adjacent, but first person is left of the second person. M is to the left of the second person. MH adjacent and first person to the left of the second person. But this is common for all of them. So to pick odd man out, we have to find 4 common and 1 different. What is that? All these pairs are adjacent but not the 4th one. Okay. So these odd man out questions are very rare. Almost you find this in every set. When we answer this odd man out question, we have to consider all the parameters. Okay. This is choice 4. Thank you for attending this session. All the best.